Well, I'm just back from the movies, and don't worry, I'm not going to bore you with my recounting of a movie plot, but I do want to talk about the taps in the toilets at this cinema. That may seem like a strange thing for me to get angry about, but these taps had been over-designed by some deranged, head-up-the-arse so-called designer to the point where I couldn't work out how to work the fucking things. Now, I'd forgive anyone who leapt to the conclusion I couldn't work the taps because I'm a fucking idiot, but honestly, it wasn't my fault. How long have taps been around? 100 years? 150? And they've always done the same thing. There is some variation whether you twist or pull or use a lever like the surgeons do, but you do one thing and the water comes out. Not in this case. For a start, the whole vanity unit was a stupid design that someone thought looked cool that just made me think water was going to spray everywhere because there's no actual basin, there's just this weird fucking tray coming out of the wall. But anyway, I thought deal with it, and I turned the tap and nothing happened. No water came out. And I thought they must have been broken. But then no, I thought when I was doing my business, I did hear someone else washing their hands. I heard the water running. So I thought, what is going on here? Why can't I make the tap work? I was going to give up, but heaven forbid I would ever take a leak without washing my hands afterwards. And I eventually worked it out. You didn't just have to turn the tap like you would normally, then you had to pull this fucking lever that was on the tap to make the water come out. What idiot thought that was a good idea? This happens occasionally with designers. They get so convinced they're a fucking genius, they take something that just works and they over-design it and change it so people no longer know how it works. It ceases to become a functional object and becomes a tribute to the fucking vanity of some wanker. I read a couple of years ago that this happened with some BMW cars. Hell if I know the detail, because it's not as if I have the money to drive a BMW, but apparently they put in some new gear knob lever button pulley thingy that you had to use in order to drive the car, and this sort of thing did not exist in any other car in all of history. So a car has gone from being something anybody who knows how to drive a car can step into any car and drive it, and these geniuses at BMW have invented a car that you have to take special fucking classes to be able to drive. I'm sure these BMW eggheads sat around going, yeah, BMW is special. People will learn for this. They want the credibility of having this special car. It is so much better. You didn't know Pakistanis work for BMW, did you? I swear to stop attempting accents from here on in. Don't even get me started on the internet. These designers, web designers who want to show that they're so much better than everyone else, and their brain works in such a way that they prove they're better by designing websites that are totally fucking unusable. Okay, so the internet is by comparison a recent invention. Not everything's nailed down. You can experiment, you can do a few different things, but for Christ's sake, people expect when you click a particular thing happens, when you scroll a particular thing happens. You use particular methods to navigate. You don't just throw all of that out the window and leave people completely fucking lost. And of course, because you're on the internet, you're never quite sure what's going wrong. Maybe it's just your connection. Maybe it's a busy site and something's got to load. Maybe there's a plugin you don't have. Maybe the real plugin is the designer who's plugged their head up their own ass and can't see what people around them want. How hard is it to understand? If you are designing something new, make it easy. If you are redesigning something that exists, don't change its basic fucking functions, okay? I'm sure these circle jerkers who call themselves designers are all sitting in a room together somewhere, scratching each other's backs, telling them how wonderful they are. All you're doing is giving real designers a bad name, okay? Just stop it. Stop it, or I'm gonna track you down and I'm gonna sort you out angry style.